Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video, we will be exploring StateProvider. This is one of the providers of the Riverpod package. And as you may not know, Riverpod is one of the most powerful state management solutions that is available for Flutter. And also, Riverpod is one of the most recommended state management solutions by the Flutter team itself. So this state management is something that you don't want to ignore when you want to develop a complex Flutter application. So without further ado, then let's get started. So there you go guys. We are currently here at the official docs of this Riverpod. So it says here that StateProvider exists primarily to allow modification of simple variables. So meaning it is only used to update the simple variables like enum, string, boolean, and numbers. And beyond that, for example, states that need validation logic, a list, map, complex objects, and more advanced states, then this state provider is not for them. And so, as you can see, we have these other providers here. And this can be used to handle the states that is beyond the capability of this state provider. So if you want to learn these other types of providers here, then you can just come here to the official documents and just read all of this. And so there, the next thing we need to do is to explore how to use it. So we have here a counter screen that I have created. And this counter screen is made up of text with a hard-coded value of 0 and two buttons that were labeled as increment and decrement. So our goal here is we will be using this state provider to increment the value of this hard-coded 0 when we press this increment and decrement the value if we press this decrement. So the first thing we need to do is to install the Riverpod package. So let's go ahead and do that. So take note here that what we are installing is the Flutter Riverpod package and not the plain Riverpod. So let's go ahead and press enter. So there we go. So after installing, we can now be able to create our provider variable here. So let's create a counter provider. And let's give it a default of 0. And in order to use this, we need to import it like that. And take note that Riverpod is global. That's why when we have to create a variable, then we need to create it outside a widget. So we need to create it globally, like what I did here. So how can we read the value of this provider here in our widget? And so to do that, we need to use the watch method of the provider to watch its value. There you go. But the problem is we need this ref object to be able to watch its value. So to be able to access that ref value, we need to convert this into consumer widget. So let's go ahead and do that. And once you converted this into consumer widget, don't forget to add the widget ref here. There you go. So we can now display the count variable here. There you go. And let's refresh it. And we got an error. And this error says that no provider scope found. So the reason for this is we haven't wrapped our application with provider scope. So take note that before using a Riverpod in anywhere in your application, you need to wrap your app with provider scope. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Let's wrap this with provider scope. Okay, let's restart it. Oh, there you go. The error now is gone. So there we go. We are now watching the value of this provider here. So to update this, we can go here in the on-press. So take note here that if we want to display and trigger a rebuild when there is a changes to value of this provider, then what we need to use is this watch method. But when we are trying to extract the value of provider or trying to update the provider, we need to use this read method. So there, let's go ahead and refresh it. And let's try this out. Boom. It's now working. As you can see. There you go. As simple as that. So this will make your code base cleaner and easier to understand. You no longer need to use set state, and you no longer need to convert your widget into a stateful widget. So there. So let's explore another example where this state provider is very useful. We have here a country picker button, this one, and this is its code. So this is working as expected. When we click it, we can choose any country we want here. There you go. So let's try to select this Canada. But the problem is when you click any of those countries, this doesn't update because this is hard-coded in here. So this is what we're going to address. So we will be creating a state provider for this so that once we select any from here, this will display the country that we have selected. So let me go ahead and create that. So let's copy this as its default value. There you go. And then let's watch its value here. And there you go. Let's refresh it. There you go. The value of the provider already appears here. So in order to update this, we need to go here in our select function to update our provider. So let's use the read method here. There you go. Let's hit refresh. Let's try it. Then voila! It now works as expected. There you go. So that's it, guys. If you want more content like this, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.